about a subject that comes to mind, and that is Kanan's civil war. When it comes down to it, a situation of famous could very well create a war within the family. And what I mean by that is that basically Kanan may have, make up in his mind that he has to take his mama out or avenge his friend for all the things that Rock did. Because Kanan's not just going to look at it for just famous. He's going to look at all the things that she has done. And not only that, he's going to look at it like she's been doing this to him his entire life and making decisions about things that she should talk to somebody about. And she's not going to feel like that. Rock is going to feel like she's right no matter what. And whatever decision she make was always for the good of the family. But Kanan is not going to see it that way. And this may lead him into a situation where he ends up going to war with his mother, where he ends up siding with the people who are clearly against her, like Snap and Pop, Unique, even Kwa, all of them. It may be them pushing Kanan to say the only true way that they can work with him and trust him is if he takes out Rock. And I personally think this might be a situation at the very end of the season and may open up a door for a war by the time we get to season 5, which is feeling like it's going to be the final season. However, when it comes down to it, how do you think it's going to play out? Personally, this is how I think it's going to play out. Kanan will be standing his ground and he's going to be doing his thing, working with the people he wants to work with while having Jukebox on his side, because Jukebox is always on Kanan's side. The only other person I don't see Jukebox going against like that in the family would be Marvin. Now, Marvin is going to be the wild card in the situation. However, at the end of the day, he is always loyal to his sister. And so even though he loves Kanan, he definitely loves Juke. He would choose Juke over everybody. But at the same time, he would more than likely side with Rock, protecting his sister like he always does. Lulu, on the other hand, ain't going to want nothing to do with none of it. So personally, I think Lulu may be in a situation where he is either not going to choose a side, or if he does choose a side, more than likely he may go over to Kanan and then in Jukebox, or he may be loyal to Rock and Marvin. But I don't know if Lulu's going to make it out of this season, because there's a lot of hints that show that he may not make it out this season. But hey, they did that the last season and he lived. So when it comes down to it, if there was a civil war, I could definitely see Kanan and Jukebox as a team. And I can see Jukebox telling Marvin, I am not against you, but I am against Rock. I love you, Dad, but I am against Rock. And that is something that I can definitely see. So Kanan versus Rock has been hinted at in the entire series since the very end of season 1, all the way into season 2, season 3, and definitely now in season 4, as we are now towards the end of the season. So when it comes down to it, how is this going to play out? Obviously, Kanan and Jukebox does live. However, we don't know the fates of Rock, Lulu, Marvin, hell, even Unique. But if Unique really is a breeze, he will definitely live for the time being. However, when it comes down to it, how is everything going to play out? Rock is going to be defeated, right? This entire season, Rock has been taking losses, like big losses. She's been making big moves, but she's been taking big losses. She's losing her Chinese connect in Kwa. She is losing the faith of the Chinese workers that work for her. She is even somewhat losing faith from Stefano. Kanan is completely, relying on her, but now he's to the point where he was trying to separate from her. But if she's behind famous death, he's going to completely separate away from her. And it's going to be a situation towards the end where it's possibly, again, going to be a situation where Kanan has to be the one to take Rock out. But I think Rock is smart enough to survive against anybody that's coming against her. And she's smart enough to put together people that would work for her and fight for her as well. So I definitely see that if it ends where Rock is on her side and Marvin's with her, along with other people, and Kanan is on his side with Jukebox and Unique and Snap and Pop and Kawa, pretty much all of Rock's enemies and the people that have been turning on her the entire season, it's going to be a tough thing for Rock to survive. And I see that story definitely playing out mainly in season 5. Not unless they let everything go down at the end of season 4. When it comes down to it, I think season 5 is going to be more about a transition from Power Raising Kanan to Power Origins, which is going to be telling the story of Ghost and Tommy and how everything began with them and Breeze. Now, personally, I think that the storyline of Origins should be more about Ghost's family and leading to them meeting Kanan, but we don't know. Kanan has to be somewhere in the background of all of this stuff that's going on, but we're gonna see. But basically, that's what I think is gonna happen in Kanan and Rock's civil war, should we end up getting one. It's going to be Kanan standing with his mother's enemies who are willing to work with him as long as he is against her, while while Rock is teaming up with everything that she has, and maybe Stefano, if he's still loyal to her, to take down Kanan and her enemies. But we're going to see how that thing play out. I just want to say to all you that it's your boy Bobby B. Just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down and hold